came into power. When Stalin came into power, he came up with the 5-year plan, which was a list of economic goals and it aimed at building heavy industry, improving transportation, and increasing farm output. Stalin developed a command economy in which government officials made all basic economic decisions. The 5-year plan set high production goals, especially for heavy industry and transportation. There was impressive progress in some areas. The Soviet Union had little to show for their efforts. The standard of living remained low, wages were low, and workers were forbidden to strike. The Soviet Union used propaganda to try and boost moral and faith in the communist system by making himself look like a godlike figure. Using modern technology, the party bombarded the public with relentless propaganda. In movies, theaters, and schools, citizens heard about communist success and the evils of capitalism. Billboards and posters urged workers to meet or exceed production quota. Under Lenin's new economy planning, peasants had held on to small plots of land. Stalin then saw the system as being inefficient and a threat to state power. He wanted all peasants to farm on either state-owned farms or collectors, which are large farms owned and operated by peasants as a group. This helped the farmers because the government would provide tractors, fertilizers, and better seeds, and they would learn better farm methods. One thing that was created because of the 5-year plan was the gulags. The gulags were camps people were sent to and forced to work. Conditions in the gulags were very harsh. Prisoners in the gulags near Archangel were forced to harvest, cut, and haul lumber. Prisoners of other gulags helped build roads, railroads, canals, and hydroelectric plants, as well as mine coal, copper, and gold. People worked long hours and were abused by guards. After Stalin had died, the gulag population had decreased and conditions became less harsh. The Soviet government controlled what books were published, what music was heard, and which artworks were displayed. Stalin required artists and writers to create their work in a style called socialist realism. Its goal was to show Soviet life in a positive light. If people refused to follow these rules, they would face government prosecution. In 1934, Stalin launched the Great Purge. Stalin was afraid that the rival party leaders were plotting against him. During this, Stalin had a lot of people charged with a wide range of crimes. The purges increased Stalin's power. All Soviet citizens were aware of the consequences of disloyalty. The purge also took a toll on Stalin's government. They lost most of their talented thinkers and writers, along with military leaders and officers. Stalin controlled cultural life by creating Russification. Russification was making a nationality's culture more Russian, which was a Soviet policy. Stalin required the Russian language to be used in schools and businesses. The communists also tried to destroy people's religious faith. Atheism, belief there is no God, became a state policy. Many priests and religious leaders were killed in the purge to get everyone to transfer to atheism. Many sacred texts the Communist Party created were released, and a picture of Stalin replaced religious icons. People still worshipped in private or some in public protest.